hate me, don't you?
Tune in to Kons Podcast.
Kons Podcast.
You hate me, don't you? You hate me,
That
don't
like
you?
button, subscribe and share.
You hate me, don't you? 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 You hate me, don't
So
you?
Camron, you know what I mean? Camron is out here suing J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? Out here suing him for $500,000. J. Cole had a song called Ready 24 off his Might Delete album, you know what I mean? The destruction, Hurricane Melissa, you know what I'm saying? Hurricane Melissa swept through Jamaica and left a lot of damage. It was sweeping people, sliding doors right off the hinges, busting. It was an infant. An infant was found unalive near USC campus in some housing apartments, you know what I'm saying? On the corner of whatever street that you gonna hear in the clip. A new Xbox is coming. There's a whole lot of talk, speculation about a new Xbox coming in 2027. You know what I'm saying? They say it's gonna be like a PC and it ain't gonna have no multiplayer paywall, which is something crazy, man. I blame Drake for all this. You know what I'm saying? I blame Drake for other rappers taking other rappers to court. You know what I mean? We ain't never seen this before, but this is unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen this. Yeah, what's going on? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on? You feel me? It's episode 324 today. You know what I mean? It's a good Wednesday, middle of the week. You know what I'm saying? A good hump day. You know what I mean? October 29th. It's 3:41 in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? It was a little warm today. You know what I mean? Definitely a little warm. I think we got a high of like 80 degrees today. You know what I mean? So we got a little warmness out here today. You know what I'm saying? Definitely real sunny, real open clouds. You know what I mean? Open sky. Ain't too cloudy. Not too much overcast like we've been seeing the past few days. You know what I mean? But chill. Welcome in. Welcome in. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for that round of applause. You know what I mean? Welcome in. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed the last episode 23. You know what I'm saying? Go over a quick little recap of that in case you forgot what I put you up on the last episode. You know what I'm saying? Last episode pretty much just updating you on Hurricane Melissa. You know what I mean? Letting you know that Hurricane Melissa was finna sweep through Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Also has some new info on the David case. You know what I mean? On the new suspect that they are looking at. You know what I mean? And also Diddy had got a release date for May 8th, 2028. You know what I mean? That's everything we covered in the last episode 323 today. You know what I'm saying? It's episode 324. You know what I mean? Today we're going to be talking about Camron, how he's suing J. Cole for $500,000. Also, we're going to touch on the destruction. I'm going to show you a little bit of destruction and the damage that Hurricane Melissa came through Jamaica and did. And also, we're going to talk about an infant that was found unalived at USC, and also a new Xbox that's supposed to be coming in 2027 with a whopping price tag speculated. But that's everything we're going to be touching on today. You know what I'm saying? If you new here, this your first time here, this your first time seeing Kons Podcast, you know what I mean? It's your first time watching the episode. This is where we cover the news, cover headlines, cover updates, whatever that's been going on, whatever case has been going on, whatever celebrity that did something I'm following, you know what I mean? That I follow cases and all that and keep you updated on whatever is happening, you know what I'm saying, in the world. You know what I mean? So stay tuned, you know what I mean? And let me keep you updated on this wicked world, you know what I mean? You probably seen headlines whenever you first logged on to your computer, whether your homepage, MSNBC, Yahoo News, Google News, Hip Hop DS, whoever your homepage is, you know what I mean? I'm probably covering on one of them headlines right here on Kons Podcast, you know what I'm saying? So without no further ado, you know what I mean? We gonna kick it off without no more chit chat or banter, you know what I'm saying? Let's kick it off with these topics. So Camron, you know what I mean? Camron is out here suing J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? Out here suing him for $500,000. J. Cole had a song called Ready 24 off his Might Delete album, you know what I mean? It had Camron featured on him. The song is actually tough, you know what I'm saying? It's actually a dope song, you know what I mean? So I guess J. Cole made a promise to Cam that he would also come on his podcast, or he would do a feature for Cam, you know what I'm saying? And allegedly, I guess allegedly he been reaching out. J. Cole ain't been hitting him back, ain't been answering the phone, you know what I'm saying? And some more. So Cam is taking it to the courts and suing J. Cole for $500,000, $500K. You know what I'm saying, which is something crazy. He said that would be the right compensation. You know what I mean? So the next little clip you're about to see is just people talking about this. You know what I'm saying? I got a clip from the Breakfast Club and also a clip with the dude TRV, Trap Forever. I'll definitely use some of his clips before he's gonna break it down. He's gonna break it down and further and let you know about this situation with Cam suing J. Cole for 500 bands. Check the clip out.
Another interesting thing that was said in that lawsuit that I saw is they said that when Cam would reach out, they would tell him he was unavailable.
And for background, their relationship started when Cam hopped on 95 South, which was the intro for the album Off Season. We have 95 South too, and that was back in May of 2021, and that's when all of this kind of like took place.
But listen, another interesting thing that was said in that lawsuit that I saw is they said that when Cam would reach out, they would tell him he was unavailable.
Yeah.
That sounds like team talk. Like, that's why it's important for the artists to talk directly to each other. Because I bet you if the artists was talking directly to each other, they wouldn't have got to this lawsuit.
Which seems crazy because Cole is so hands-on with everything.
Well, actually, it says in the lawsuit that J. Cole said for himself he was unavailable. It says between July 2023 and April 2024, plaintiff, who was Camron. So Cam and Cole continued to communicate, but J. Cole repeatedly stated that he was unavailable to appear on the podcast. In April 2024, the defendant, J. Cole, released the sound recording of Ready 24, which was, including the verse and all the things from Cam, for Might Delete Later, and now here we are with the lawsuit. So
you got to be clear in communication. I mean, you got to tell. Let me explain to you why I'm not, available right now. It's not like I'm just egging you on.
In a shocking development, it looks like Camron is suing J. Cole. This is the most random thing I've ever seen. But in this article released by TMZ, it states that Camron is suing J. Cole. In court docs obtained by TMZ, Camron claims he wrote lyrics and dropped the verse on the song Ready 24 off of Might Delete Later for J. Cole, agreeing to collaborate with him on a future project or at least appear on Cam and Mace's popular podcast, It Is What It Is. Cam alleges that 2 years later after the recording, J. Cole neglected to do either. Cam says Ready 24 was recorded back in 2022, and from July 2023 till April 2024, Cam says he continued to communicate with Cole, who repeatedly stated he was unavailable for the podcast. Cam also says the subsequent music collaboration between them never materialized, despite efforts by Cam to put it together. Cam says he hasn't been properly compensated and wants a judge to declare him co-author of Ready 24 and to order a full accounting of any money earned by the song so he can get his share, which he estimates to be excess of $500,000. They've reached out to J. Cole's rep for comment, but there's no word. Now, of course, they're talking about Ready 24 off of Might Delete Later. This is interesting, man. For those of you who's gonna be like, "Oh, you suing and rap, but you guys had a problem with this person trying to stop." Stop. This is a whole different conversation. Usually, people either do features for somebody and get paid by that person's label, or they take a brown bag money, which is the person paying them directly, or it's an IOU, like, yo, you gonna do me this favor if I give you that feature, or somebody just really messes with somebody and they do a feature for them. In this situation, it was sort of an IOU situation. We knew that Cam and Cole had some sort of relationship because Camron is all over, almost set for your eyes only. What's the name of that tape? My bad, the Off Season. Camron is all over the Off Season, gang. I had to go look it up. Songs were playing in my head, but I couldn't remember the name of the album. But yeah, Cam was all over that, and I thought they had a good relationship, but it seems like Cole made some promises to Cam, like, yo, I'm going to get on your podcast, or I'm going to do a feature for you, whichever one. And Cam was like, yo, bro, you ain't do the feature for me, and I've been asking you for years to come on the show, and you keep denying me. I need some sort of compensation. That's what it looks like. Who do you feel like is in the right? Who do you feel like is in the wrong? You feel me? Let me know in the comments. Till next time, I'm out of here. Make sure you join the Discord. We talk about music, sports, everything in between. If you have any issues joining, DM me, let me know, and I'll get you in there. I'm out of here. You shit, man.
That was people speaking on the situation with J. Cole, Camron, and Camron suing him. The destruction, Hurricane Melissa, you know what I'm saying? Hurricane Melissa swept through Jamaica and left a lot of damage. It was sweeping people, sliding doors right off the hinges, busting windows, breaking out windows of people's houses, shredding people's houses up in some more, and a whole lot of flooding, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to give you some light on the devastation that Hurricane Melissa came through Jamaica and did, you know what I'm saying? These next little clips you're about to see is just little clips of the devastation and the damage that Hurricane Melissa has swept through Jamaica and did. Check these clips out. As you seen, you know what I mean, that was just the destruction and the flooding that was going on out there in Jamaica, you know what I mean? For all you prayer warriors and religious buffs, go ahead and give Jamaica some prayers, you know what I mean? It was an infant. An infant was found unalive near USC campus in some housing apartments, you know what I'm saying? On the corner of whatever street that you gonna hear in the clip, in the news clip, you know what I'm saying? But an infant, they said the infant was just 19 hours old, you know what I mean? The cause of death is undetermined at this time. This is fresh news. This is something that was been developing since this morning, you know what I mean? So this next little clip you're about to see is just a little quick little news clip. You know, like I said, they don't have too much information, so this is just letting you know that an infant was found unalive near USC campus. Check this clip out.
Breaking news right now, a newborn baby girl found dead overnight at a student housing apartment in the University of Southern California campus apartment building. LAPD saying the baby was found on McClintock Avenue near West 30th Street at around 1:30 a.m. The LA County Medical Examiner lists the baby as 19 hours old. Detectives are treating it as an undetermined death investigation.
As you're saying, that was a news clip letting you know that an infant was found by the USC campus, found unalive at just 19 hours old, they had determined. A new Xbox is coming. It's a whole lot of talk, speculation about a new Xbox coming in 2027. You understand? They say it's going to be like a PC and it ain't going to have no multiplayer paywall. I'm not too sure what that means, but hopefully that's saying that we won't have to be paying for multiplayer when we play these multiplayer games, play Call of Duty online. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to have an account for that. You know what I mean? Which means you got to be charging your card to that monthly or charging it annually. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what they mean. Hopefully that's what they mean. It's going to be all free. You know what I'm saying? No multiplayer paywall, and will be all the way backwards compatible. It's also rumors that it's going to be playing PlayStation games. I don't know how much of that is true, but if that is true, Lord. Also going to be backwards compatible. Play all the Xbox games. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely going to be compatible with they handheld they got called the Ally, the ROG or whatnot. The Xbox president, which is black. I didn't know it was a black woman named Sarah Bond. That was also surprising to see. You know what I mean? But she said in a little interview that it's a high-end console, be very premium experience. It'll be a high-end curated experience that will have a price tag of about $1,200 to $1,500. So all these gamers out there, all my gamers out there, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking to get the next console, definitely looking to be paying over a band for it. You know what I mean? These next little clips you're about to see is just little clips on this subject about the new Xbox. People talking about it, speculating or whatnot, prices and all that. You know what I'm saying? Check these clips out.
It says the Xbox could cost up to $1,200 for the new console. It's basically a PC with other stores. It's going to run like a traditional console. It's going to have no multiplayer paywalls. It's going to have a high and expensive device, and it could be anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500, and it's going to release 2027. Microsoft is really going all out with this next generation console. This could be the thing that saves Xbox or breaks it. The fact that there will be no more Xbox Live Gold, but you're going to be charging over $1,200, anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500. That's a lot of money. I'm not going to lie, you get the entire console library. You get Steam, PlayStation, Xbox all in one console. I'm not going to lie, for that one price, I like it, if they do it correctly. But I mean, let me know in the comments down below, would you pay anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 for an Xbox console, even though you can play all of your Steam games, you can play all of your PlayStation games, you can play pretty much everything, all the kinks and whistles? Let me know in the comments down below. And this was confirmed by Sarah Bond. She is the president of Xbox.
Wait, so if there was a console that could kind of be a gaming PC and console in one, like that'd be helpful for me. I don't know what you can tell us about the next gen console. Any?
Well, I can tell you're right that the next gen console is going to be a very premium, very high end curated experience. You're starting to see some of the thinking that we have in this handheld, but I don't want to give it all away.
You're suggesting that the new Xbox in 2027 may cost $1,200. So in an interview a few weeks ago, the president of Xbox, Sarah Bond, said that the next-gen console in 2027 will be a very premium and high-end item.
The next-gen console is going to be a very premium, very high-end curated experience. You're starting to see some of the thinking that we have in this handheld, but I don't want to give it all away.
Now, in this interview, the person talking to her said that would we see a new next-gen console that could also act as a high-end gaming PC? To which she said yes. She said you already started to see some of those aspects on the new Xbox handheld. So if it is going to be an Xbox and a high gaming PC, that could easily be over $1,200. But what do you guys think? Do you think if the Xbox does get up to $1,200 that you would still want to buy it? Or do you think that is way too expensive for a console when you could just go buy a PC?
I mean, that was just information letting you know about this new Xbox. You know what I'm saying? It's Sarah Bond. You know what I mean? I didn't know the president of Xbox was a black woman. That was definitely news to me, but it's definitely dope to see. You know what I mean? Shout out to my black people, you know what I'm saying, in high places. But yeah, you know what I mean, that's all I have for today. It's been episode 324, you know what I mean? We're gonna get to the final and closing thoughts after I do this quick recap of everything we just went over, you know what I mean? So in case you was rolling up, pulling up, you know what I'm saying, in case your kids was tripping, you had to get up and go check some kids, go break up a fight, whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? If you missed the last few minutes of the updates and news that I just gave you, I'm about to let you know what you missed in this quick little recap before we get to the final and closing thoughts. Yo, what's up? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Just in case this is interrupting my episode of your current events, news, interrupting your headlines, or the info that you getting from this episode, you know what I'm saying? I'm interrupting to let you know. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. I promise you won't be disappointed. You know what I mean? It's a quick little insert reminding you to hit that subscribe button. If you ain't hit it yet, go ahead and hit it now. Now is your time. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do that while I'm pausing this information, pausing these headlines, pausing these current events that you're getting hit with. Now's your time to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and comment on something that you've been thinking about, that you've seen in this episode that you wanted to say. Go ahead and comment that, you know what I mean? And go ahead and hit the like button too if you like it. You know what I'm saying? If you like this content, that's KONTENT, you know what I mean? But yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and tell your friends about it, you know what I mean? Thank you for tuning in, you know what I'm saying? Let's get back to this episode, get back to this good information that I'm feeding in your brain. So Camron, you know what I mean? Let you know that Camron is suing J. Cole for a whopping $500,000 for saying that he owed him for a feature that he did. You know what I mean? Cole didn't hold up his end of the deal, as it seems, so he's suing him. I blame Drake for that. Destruction, Hurricane Melissa also showed you, you know what I mean, the destruction and the deadly path that Hurricane Melissa has left in its wake of all the destruction and flooding going on out there in Jamaica. Also, an infant was found unalive near the USC campus. There's some housing apartments. The infant was just 19 hours old, they said. Also, I let you know about a new Xbox coming 2027 with a whopping price tag of $1,200 to $1,500. They said it's supposed to be like a PC, and it's going to play PC games, and it's supposed to be 100% backwards compatible and might even be playing PlayStation games. I don't know if that's true. That sounds a little wild to me. But yeah, that's everything we went over. You know what I'm saying? That was episode 324. You know what I mean? So now for the final and closing thoughts. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get to the final and closing thoughts of what I feel on these 4 topics. You know what I'm saying? So Camron is out here suing J. Cole out here suing J. Cole, you know what I mean? Out here suing him for 500 bands. I guess he done held up his end of the deal for the feature he did, which is something crazy, man. I blame Drake for all this, you know what I'm saying? I blame Drake for other rappers taking other rappers to court, you know what I mean? We ain't never seen this before, but this is unprecedented, you know what I'm saying? We ain't seen this until after Drake decided to say, take Kendrick Lamar to the courthouse over They Not Like Us, because he was crying and he was being low and hurt by the song and said, he's calling me a PDF, I don't like it, I'm going to sue. I want to see everything he's doing. I want to see the contracts he's bought. There's no way he has more views than me. We all seen and heard the story, you know what I mean? I blame Drake for the lawsuits that's to come in the future from rapper to rapper. Whatever happened to having, you know what I'm saying, the contacting, pulling up to where somebody at, talking to him in person, you know what I'm saying, talking about it, instead of taking it to the courts of law. This is unprecedented times, you know what I'm saying? This is crazy work, you feel me? Never have I ever seen another rapper take another rapper to jail. You didn't do my feature for me, I'm suing. You know what I'm saying? What is happening? You know what I mean? These are street dudes, you know what I'm saying, that we talking about. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand. I ain't never been fond of the law or being in contact with law enforcement, judges, courthouses, whatever the case may be. I ain't never been too fond of that. So I wouldn't take a mother to court because, you know what I mean, I don't know. I would definitely try other avenues first besides just picking up the phone and contacting. I would definitely try to meet up with the person. If you're doing a tour, you know what I'm saying, I'll pull up to the show, something, you feel me, before I go to the resort of contacting lawyers and putting together a lawsuit on another rapper. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. But then I don't know, you know what I'm saying, I ain't never been involved with business involving $500,000 or $1 million, you know what I'm saying? That type of money definitely change you. You know what I mean? But now if I'm eating too, though, you know what I'm saying, and that ain't really nothing to me and I don't really need it, I don't see myself saying I'm suing. He didn't fulfill his end of the deal. I am suing that dude. I don't know. It's just a little weird to me. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe he's looking at it like it's all business. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't hold in your business deal, which I get it. You know what I mean? But I guess my inner pride is too much. I guess I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's suing for $500K. It's crazy, unprecedented. We ain't never seen this time, and I blame Drake for it. Destruction of hurricane, you know what I'm saying? Hurricane Melissa swept through Jamaica, did devastating damage, you know what I'm saying? As you've seen in the clips, you know what I'm saying? We got people, glasses breaking, sliding doors being took right off the hinges, and this is all from wind, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, talked about on the last episode, you know what I mean? This hurricane was 892, I think was the last record of what's the word? What the hell's the word? Millibars, you know what I'm saying? It was 892 millibars, you know what I mean? We all know, I let you know what millibars are. That is the measurement of the wind speed and the devastation of the hurricane or tornado, you know what I mean? That's letting you know the category of it, you know, so it's definitely category 5. They said it sustained winds up to 180 to 200 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy winds. Me being a Cali boy, I've never experienced no winds like that. You know what I mean? I ain't never experienced winds moving anything. You know what I'm saying? Besides an empty trash can or something plastic of that nature, never have I seen winds moving cars and breaking windows off of people's houses. People had to put tape and boards on their houses out there because it was so bad. And all the rain and flooding, I ain't never experienced nothing like that. Like I said, to all my prayer warriors and those that believe in a God out here, you know what I mean? Definitely send some of that to Jamaica. They gonna need it. You know what I'm saying? For sure. It's crazy what happened out there. That hurricane came through and swept them. You know what I mean? Pummeled everything, just like the same one, Ian, that swept through Florida. You know what I mean? Florida is still recovering from that. You know what I'm saying? In Jamaica, they not really like a rich country. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a minute before they recover. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they can get some aid and all that they need for that. You know what I mean? An infant was found, ain't too much on this, you know what I'm saying, but an infant was found behind USC, you know what I'm saying, behind the campuses of apartments, you know what I mean? This is crazy because the infant was only 19 hours old. Somebody had just had it like yesterday type deal, you know what I mean? And I guess it sounds like this was like a abortion, you know what I'm saying? Definitely somebody clearly didn't want the child, you know what I mean? And it it was unalived, so I don't know how they unalived it. Maybe it was a miscarriage, maybe it came early, I don't know. We don't know. It's nothing in development right now, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a sad story, being that the infant only had 19 hours to live, you know what I mean, after being born, which is crazy, you know what I'm saying? So we don't know what happened to the baby yet. We don't know if it was just a miscarriage. We don't know if it was an abortion, if somebody just did an abortion at home. We don't know yet. It's a new development, something that just came out this morning as I was looking for topics, so it ain't too much information on that right now. But if I do get some updates on it, I will be looking tomorrow and seeing if it's any updates on that. Stay tuned to Kons Podcast. I'll definitely update you on everything I talk about, you know what I mean? Like I said, ain't too much on that though, but it's a sad story, you know what I'm saying? Hearing about babies, something tragic like that happening to somebody so young, that was only 19 hours old, you know what I mean? It's definitely a sad story, you know what I'm saying? But on the brighter side of things, a new Xbox, you know what I'm saying? They said a new Xbox is coming 2027, you know what I mean? And she talking up this system, you know what I'm saying? She talking it up, like saying it's supposed to be like a PC, it's supposed to run super fast, and no multiplayer paywall. Now, I don't know exactly what that means. I'm going to have to look that up and see exactly what that means. Does that mean it ain't going to be no more gold, no more ultimate? You're not going to charge us for playing multiplayer on Call of Duty no more? What is it? You know what I mean? What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? And she also said it's going to be a high-end, curated experience. I wonder what that means. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It seems like a lot of tech and a lot of development and power is being put into this console. They said it's supposed to run like a PC. I ain't made the jump to the PC world, you know what I mean? But I know that PCs are definitely better than consoles when it comes to frame rate, graphics, you know what I mean? And a whole bunch of other stuff, smoothness, the way it runs, all that. PC definitely runs better than console. This is a well-known fact, you know what I mean? So the fact that they having a console come out and it's supposed to be ran like a PC is something crazy, you know what I mean? Definitely groundbreaking, you know what I'm saying? And I was shocked to see that the president of Xbox is a black woman. You feel me? I was surprised to see that, but it was a good surprise though, you know what I'm saying? I definitely like seeing my people in these high places, in these good high place chairs, you know what I'm saying? That's definitely dope to see, you know what I mean? I didn't know that the president of Xbox was a black woman, you know what I mean? That's dope, you know what I'm saying? And if she's really a gamer, that's even doper, you know what I mean? So she talking about this new console that's supposed to be coming 2027, supposed to be run like a PC, supposed to be super fast, no lag, and none of that. Supposed to be playing PlayStation games. I don't know how much of that is true. That definitely seems like a rumor because these are two head-to-head consoles, you know what I'm saying? As far as the PlayStation is like Xbox's ops, you know what I mean? And vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Xbox is like PlayStation ops. So I don't know if they're going to be having a console that's going to be playing PlayStation games. That would be something crazy. But we all know, in case y'all didn't know, you know what I mean? Quick little story time on gaming, you know what I mean? Gaming stuff, you feel me? So Xbox, when they first came to the scene, they presented their idea to Sony as far as having a console where they was trying to have a merge of networks, you know what I mean? They wanted to have one console, Sony and Microsoft, you know what I'm saying? But Sony was like, nah, we got PlayStation, that's our baby. We not doing nothing with that. We don't want to merge with y'all. We want to keep this like we got planned for it. We don't want to hear y'all plans about it and so on, you know what I mean? In a nutshell, that's what happened. So Xbox was like, all right, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We gonna come out with our own console, you know what I mean? And we gonna be y'all rivals, you know what I'm saying? And that was the birth of Xbox, you feel me? That's the story. Look it up if you think I'm lying, you know what I mean? But yeah, though, they said it's supposed to have a $1,200 to $1,500 price tag, though, which is crazy. That is unprecedented. We're used to paying $500. We didn't even like the $500 tag after we was paying $350 on the last consoles, before the last consoles. You know what I'm saying? We touched that $500-$600 mark when we bought our PS5s and when we bought our Series X's. You know what I mean? So it ain't no surprise that the price is going up, but damn, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 for a console is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But now the thing about it is, me talking about it, I'm gonna pay it though. If it come out, that's what it is. Because what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You gonna stay in last gen? I mean, you gonna definitely get it. You know what I'm saying? People gonna definitely pay that, and they know that. So they can put that price tag on there, you know what I mean? Because people gonna pay. I pay for it, you know what I'm saying? If I wanted to upgrade my consoles and all that, and I was tired of the last year, you definitely gonna pay that bread. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's all I got for today, though. You know what I mean? That's my closing and final thoughts on these 4 topics. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. You know what I mean? 'Cause you could be doing anything you wanted to do in the world. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you was. You know what I mean? Whether you was a little brother, little sister, whether you was an older brother or older sister, whether you was a niece, a nephew, or uncle, or auntie, whether you was a grandpa, grandfather, mother, father, you feel me? Cousin Tutu, cousin Nene, cousin Man, cousin Pookie, whoever you was, you feel me? If you got a pet and your pet is sitting there watching right along with you, whether your pet could be a cat, you could have a pet dog, you have a pet hedgehog, a pet hyena, you have a pet pig, a pet warthog, you could have a pet bearded dragon, a pet alligator, a pet lizard, wherever your pet is, you know what I'm saying? Salute to him like you see my homie scrolling up that screen, giving you that good salute, you know what I'm saying? But thank you for tuning in. The beat you hear creeping up, you know what I'm saying, was made by none other than Amazing Beats, you feel me? Rest in peace to my dog, man, you know what I'm saying? So let talk to y'all in the background with this slapping ass beat and get my last little minute comments in these credits, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in. It's been episode 324. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next episode.
Wait me, don't you?
Constant content.
Wait me, don't you?
Drop the mic and shit. I'm gonna keep this in here too. I ain't editing this shit out.
Constant content.
Wait me, don't you?
Motherfucking podcast.
Wait me, don't you? Wait me, don't you?
Motherfucking content.
Wait me, don't you? 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 Wait me, don't you?
Hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Wait me, don't you?